The Judgment Day kicks off Raw. Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest are in the ring and highlight their future plans. Balor reflects on Dominic Mysterio's achievement, winning the NXT North American Championship in the previous week. Rhea Ripley proceeds to introduce the new champion who makes his way into the arena. The young Mysterio demands a run back on his accomplishments and journey in WWE so far. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn disrupt his celebration. Cole claims he was certain they were having deja vu with the Judgment Day and continued to mock Dominic Mysterio. Sami Zayn takes over, agreeing with Dominic Mysterio that he needs to gain the roster's respect, and challenges him to a singles match. Zayn adds that the Judgment Day member should put his NXT North American Championship on the line. Ripley accepts the challenge on Dom's behalf. Moving to the next match. Becky Lynch vs. Zoe Stark. If the man loses, she gets a "Thank you Trish" tattoo. The man pounces on Zoe Stark and attempts a pin within a matter of minutes. The two brawl outside the ring as the crowds start cheering in Lynch's favor. Stark kicks the man in the face, followed by a drop kick off the top rope. Stark attempts an unsuccessful pin. She proceeds to be in control and gains the upper hand using the ropes to her advantage. Becky Lynch brutally launches Stark on the barricade outside. She rolls her into the ring, jumps off the top rope, and attempts another pin. As the man rolls back into the ring again, Trish Stratus hits her with a headbutt. Stark takes advantage and tries to pin the former champion, but she kicks out. Becky Lynch hits Zoe Stark with a superplex off the top rope and turns it into the armbar, but the latter uses her strength to slam her on the mat. Stratus attempts another distraction as Starks rolls her up for a pin, but she kicks out. The man hits her with the manhandle slam and pins her for the win. Becky Lynch defeated Zoe Stark. Moving to the next segment. Cody Rhodes reflects on the incidents of the previous week where Brock Lesnar attacked him in front of his mother. He adds that he stands impressed when talking about his SummerSlam opponent. He highlights that his mother had witnessed Terry Funk throwing a fireball at his father Dusty Rhodes. He proclaims Brock Lesnar as Mr. SummerSlam, citing his aim to embarrass the Beast. Rhodes states his anger reached its peak when the Beast broke his arm and vows to end their rivalry at the Premium Live event. Moving to the next match. Dominic Mysterio vs. Sami Zayn. The tag team champion goes after Mysterio as soon as the bell rings. The Judgment Day member fights back as the two brawl outside the ring. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest attempt to create a distraction for Mysterio's advantage, but Kevin Owens disrupts them. Dominic Mysterio sets Sami Zayn for a superplex off the top rope, but the latter throws him off. He launches himself off the top rope but is met with a vicious dropkick midair. The young Mysterio gears up for the 619, but Zayn counters it with the Blue Thunder Bomb. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest bring in an injured Kevin Owens into the arena, creating a distraction for Sami Zayn. Dominic Mysterio takes advantage and pins Zayn. Dominic Mysterio defeated Sami Zayn. Moving to the next match. Bronson Reed vs. Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa hits Bronson Reed with a series of punches as soon as the bell rings. Reed gains the upper hand and flings his opponent outside the ring. Ciampa hits back with chops off the apron and attempts to overpower Reed. Ciampa hits Reed with a running knee into the turnbuckle. The Australian star showcases his dominance, slamming his opponent into the posts followed by an unsuccessful pin. Ciampa has the upper hand and knocks Reed off his feet. The two engage in a hellacious bout for supremacy as they take vicious shots at each other. Shinsuke Nakamura walks out and distracts Ciampa. Bronson Reed hits Ciampa with a vicious kick followed by the Tsunami Slam followed by a pin for the win. Bronson Reed defeated Tommaso Ciampa. Liv Morgan is getting ready at backstage for her match. Liv Morgan vs. Rhea Ripley. As Morgan makes her entrance, Rhea Ripley launches a scathing attack on Liv Morgan. She flings her former partner on the barricade before attacking her with a chair inside the ring. The women's champion trash talks Morgan that she should get out of her ring. Moving to the next segment. Ricochet calls out Logan Paul on Raw. He adds that Paul does not belong in a WWE ring before challenging him to a match at SummerSlam. Logan Paul attacks him from behind before accepting his challenge. Logan Paul claims Ricochet's actions to be unprofessional in a backstage interview. He announces his attendance on Raw next week and vows to take out Ricochet. Moving to the next match. Damian Priest vs. Apollo Crews. The two men clash as soon as the bell rings. Priest wastes no time to slam Cruz on the mat a couple of times before attempting a pin. He sets him up for the South of Heaven, but Cruz counters it into a kick to the midsection. The Judgment Day member hits his opponent with a vicious clothesline, knocking him off his feet. Damian Priest is successful in hitting Apollo Crews with the South of Heaven and pins him. Damian Priest defeated Apollo Crews. Moving to the next segment. Gunther mocks Drew McIntyre talking about their previous feats. The ring general claims he will humiliate the Scottish Warrior again at SummerSlam. McIntyre reflects on their WrestleMania match, taking a shot at Sheamus. Moving to the next match. Drew McIntyre vs. Ludwig Kaiser. The Scottish Warrior flings Ludwig Kaiser across the ring as soon as the bell rings. He gains the upper hand by setting him up in a side headlock. The former WWE champion brawls with Kaiser outside the ring, hitting him with vicious chops before tossing him into the barricades. During their match, Corey Graves imitates Kaiser's style and manner of speaking. The Imperium member gains the upper hand in the match as he hits McIntyre with a running dropkick off the apron as Gunther and Giovanni Vinci watch ringside. Ludwig Kaiser is up on the top rope as Drew McIntyre hits him with a vicious chop across the chest. He then hits him with a drop before a series of clotheslines. The Scottish Warrior flings Kaiser across the ring as he gears up for the Claymore kick. Kaiser counters the Claymore with a dropkick before an unsuccessful pin attempt. The former WWE champion gets back on his feet and pins him. Drew McIntyre defeated Ludwig Kaiser. Gunther and Giovanni Vinci attack McIntyre from behind before Matt Riddle runs out to save him. The IC champion clears the announce table to set him up for an attack, but McIntyre counters it with a powerbomb. Moving to the next segment. Finn Balor claims he will beat down Seth "Freakin' Rollins at SummerSlam. The champion walks out and signs the contract for their match. The Visionary then mocks Balor, citing that he has zero chance of walking out of the event with the title. Rollins plays mind games by mentioning Damian Priest's ability to cash in his MITB contract and reduce Balor's title reign if he wins. The Judgment Day members walk out to intimidate Rollins. Balor adds that he will make Rollins his 7-year boo, before a brawl breaks out. Sami Zayn comes to their aid while Priest seems hesitant and teases a cash-in. Sami Zayn runs out to his aid but is brutally attacked by Judgment Day. They then pounce on the workhorse champion in the ring. Dominic Mysterio hits him with the frog splash off the top rope as Raw comes to an end.